Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Dawn, and today I am making my, I don't know, 169th attempt. I'm trying to take a photo with a color palette and kind of use the palette in a bloom, in this case a swipe, because the blooms have not yielded the results I'm looking for. And I've come sort of close. I'm going to pop the picture up on the screen now. And what I found right away was that the actual Pantone colors that they chose on the left-hand side do not work together. They not in this medium. So what I am going to try to do, I found the right colors that really play the picture colors well. I've figured out what colors I'll be using, and I've also figured out that I really like this technique on glass, so that's what I'm going with. And in this instance, I'm going with my translucent pillow. It is thick. I mean, you can see that. It is thick. However, I do think it's important for it to be thick to hold up the cells. As you can see in the picture, I sort of picked out the colors descending down the photo. And I got kind of close, but I added a lemongrass pigment that, I mean, this is pretty, don't get me wrong, I like this, but this isn't what I was going for. The pigment that I used, that lemongrass, kind of took over and didn't really play up the colors that were with it. It just sort of went over the top, like the blue is almost non-existent. So I'm going to omit that pigment and give it another try. Let's get some pillow down. This has been a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be when I first saw the picture. I saw it and I thought, wow, what a pretty picture. Ooh, what a pretty palette. And then quickly discovered that the palette that was picked to go with that just wasn't going to work. So, and these bubbles are really stubborn. There we go. So, what I've chosen is golden fluid quinacradone nicolazo gold, and just let me get this. Oops, there goes my silicone. Get this spread out a little bit and make sure that I have enough and that it's going to move the way I want it to. Okay, so just a quick note on these little silicone rounds that I put my tiles and my glass pieces on to elevate them. These are actually silicone bracelet molds, and I get a lot of questions about these. And these came in a set. Let me set this down. It came with this one, which is about 1 inch thick, and this one, which is 1.5 inches. And these are fantastic because they don't slide around on your mat, and they don't slide around, your glass doesn't slide around on the top, neither does your tile. I bought these at least 10 years ago, probably more, on Amazon as a set. And I've gone back and I've looked and I've not been able to find them again. And so if I do, I will definitely add them to an upcoming video and share a link with you to get them, because they do work really, really well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the quinacridone, we call this. And it's thickened up a lot, but thick is okay with swipes. So this is going at the very top, and then just a little drizzle down through. And then I have Amsterdam Pyrole Red. And these have been sitting for a couple of days because I've been busy with work and life. And so the pyrole red is going over most of the quinacridone and going down just a little bit. And then I have this little piggy Horizon, which is going next. And I'm going to add a little bit of this on top of my lower colors, just in spots. I don't want it to take over. So that's going just like that. And then I have caput mortuum from Amsterdam. And I have mixed this with a little bit of TLP Nightfall and Grenache to just take the brown out of it, I guess. Caput mortuum has a tendency to lean very muddy looking, and I don't care for it. So in order to use that tube of paint up, I have to kind of mix it with other things. So the violet goes next, and it's going to squiggle down just a little. And then I'm using a little bit of my custom pigment. And this is Pearlx Red Russet, Polycolor Pearl Violet, and TLP Nightfall. Very pretty plummy pigment. And not a whole lot of this, just drizzle, drizzle, and it's good. And then the next color is going to be Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet with just a little teeny drop of dioxine purple and carmine to give me kind of a red purple. And this is one of the colors that struggled to show up in previous swipes, so use quite a bit of that. And then I have ultramarine blue, which is Amsterdam. And a custom yellow green, which is Amsterdam Azo Lemon Yellow with a little bit of, literally just a blueberry sized drop of ultramarine blue and reflex green. And I'm going to put a little drop there. And I'm coming in with Horizon, and that's getting just a little drizzle. And let's see what else needs to happen. Probably nothing. It's probably good. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm using a custom cell activator, and this is a mix of primary yellow from Amsterdam and just a little bloop of pyrole red to get kind of an orangey color, and then Amsterdam copper. So this is my cell activator. So let me get it mixed up, and I'm going to be swiping with my large palette knife. So give me a second to get this buttered. And I am buttering the entire length of this palette knife just because I like the effect of cell activator over a white pillow. So this is where I'm at, and I'm starting inside the line of color here so that I don't drag pillow up. And I'm just going a little bit of pressure up, down, and back up again, and right off. Just like that. And then of course the areas that don't get hit with cell activator get spun off. Now the effect that I got on the previous one, this really light, soft area, I like that really well, and I'm hoping that it comes up and I can save it on this one, because I did like that a lot. I just needed to get rid of the strong, pale pigments that were interfering with the flow of the color. Okay, I think that is pretty well covered, and I'm just going to give it a light spin. I managed to get more of my yellow-green to blend with the blue this time, so I can see that, and I'm happy with that. And I think we need a little bit of a harder spin. Just get some colors moving. Get this to spread out a little bit. I didn't have to tilt at all with the first one, so it's likely I won't need to tilt with this one either, because I did the exact same pattern from corner to corner. Yeah, I do need to get rid of this, so I am going to tilt just to give it a push and to pull some more of this really pretty softer edge. And I'm not necessarily tilting it off, I am shifting the weight of the paint so that it can go off when I spin, and making sure I get my edges covered so the paints get a good start. So let's try it again. See if we can get rid of that edge. I know I have plenty of pillow, not too much, but plenty to move this around. And they're going off nicely now. One more little tilt. And a spin. I think we got it this time. Pretty sure the vibrancy and the blend of colors is really, really good. Yep, I do believe this is what I was going for. And I do like it a lot, and I'm going to leave these corners. This will not crack when it dries. It is over glass, so it is not going to crack. My cell structure is pretty beautiful. And the reason that I went with the custom orange copper cell activator was to, if you look back at the picture, was to add that little bit of like a rusty color that's spotted throughout the leaves in the picture. And I think this really does it justice. It's quite beautiful. So I'm going to bring you in for a close-up, and then I will bring you back when it's dry. Okay, here we go. Now there isn't going to be a ton of sparkle here, other than the cell activator will be a little shimmery, and that Horizon you can see is definitely kicking up a little bit of a storm there, and a lot there. I think it's really pretty. And I really love how it fades out and pulls just nuances of the color off to the side. It's really, really stunning. I like this a lot. This one is the one. So this is official. This is my rendition of that color palette. I'll be back in a minute. So here are the dried results, and I'm really disappointed because I walked away and forgot to cover it, and it split. My color is split, but the base is still there. Kind of a weird reaction, but when you're working on glass, you never really know what's going to happen. I may have left that area a little thick, but the rest of it really dried pretty, and I don't know if I can fix this to save it where it's split or not, but I am going to try. But yeah, that's the dried results.